Papa, why don't dragons have cutie marks? Is there something bad about cutie marks? Oh no, there is, isn't there?
Have a seat, my daughter. I understand your desire to possess a cutie mark, as pony society revolves around the cutie mark system. However, it is unlikely there's a pony alive that remembers where they come from, or the purpose that they serve. What I am about to reveal to you is an ancient mystery, and the knowledge could cause a great deal of turmoil if it became publicly known. However, you need to understand these things since they will directly affect you. So I will entrust you with this mystery, and your judgment when deciding who, if any pony, you decide to share it with.
I'm not sure I want to know now.
You don't want to know this, my daughter, but you need to know it. For you are the daughter of the Prince of Terror, and that title is not an empty one. You must walk in the terror of understanding, and never shrink from it.
Then tell me, Papa.
Long ago, the ponies were ruled by a great alicorn named Celestius. He wanted all ponies to live in harmony, so he crafted the magic that created the cutie mark system. When he finished his project, he offered the magic to everyone, including the dragons. But my father, who was the king of dragons, refused it, as he understood the power of the cutie marks came at a price he was unwilling to pay.
A price? Oh, Papa. That's the bad thing, isn't it?
It is a subtle thing, my daughter, and on hearing it, you may not even think it a bad thing. You currently have no cutie mark, and because of that, you and your friends have learned many skills, have you not?
That's true, Papa. We tried just about everything we could think of trying to get our cutie marks.
Let's say, just for the sake of argument, that you got your cutie mark in lion taming. What will you be doing the rest of your life?
Taming lions?
Do you see it, my daughter? The price?
I think so. You're saying that having a cutie mark would keep me from doing the things other than what the cutie mark told me to do.
Indeed, my daughter. But it is more than that. The magic of the cutie mark triggers when you have found a fulfilling talent. After it triggers, it greatly increases your skill and power to pursue that talent. But where does that power come from?
I don't know, Papa.
It takes the power from all your other latent talents to empower your cutie mark talent. So it not only encourages you to pursue your primary talent, but it makes it more difficult to do anything else. Celestius believed that everyone knowing their set place in society would promote harmony and decrease conflict, and he was correct. However, my father believed that freedom was worth the conflict that came with it, and preferred the turmoil of change to peaceful stagnation. But there was another reason beyond this that my father refused the cutie marks for his people.
There's more?
Indeed. You have heard of the Tree of Harmony, have you not?
Of course. That's where the elements of harmony came from. Does the tree have something to do with cutie marks?
Indeed it does. The Tree of Harmony is a living artifact. It is an artificial intelligence that oversees the cutie mark system. It possesses great power. The question is, where does that power come from?
From us?
I cannot prove it yet, my daughter, but that is my abiding suspicion. Not all the power from your latent talents goes to your cutie mark. Some of it goes to power the tree itself, and it's likely the source of power for the elements of harmony as well.
So, if there were no cutie marks, the elements of harmony would stop working?
That is my theory, my daughter, and it is very likely the case.
So what should I do then? Should I stop trying to get a cutie mark? Is that even possible?
The magic of the Tree of Harmony is very complex. Celestius was a brilliant magician, whose knowledge of the magic of creation far exceeds my own. And the magic of the Tree of Harmony is woven into the very being of every pony on this world. I do not know if it is even possible to stop a cutie mark from triggering.
I was so looking forward to having one. And now...
With or without a cutie mark, you are my daughter. If you end up taming lions, it will be because that is your greatest talent. There is nothing wrong with that. And as long as the elements of harmony remain in Waifu's, that power will also be put to good use.
Even so, I want to be like you. I don't want that silly tree telling me what to do with my life.
Very well then. I will look into the matter. Since Twilight has discovered the Abyssal Library on the dark side of the moon, she and I may be able to unravel this mystery together, and find some way to allow ponies to refuse a cutie mark if they so wish.
Couldn't you just destroy the tree?
Perhaps, my daughter, but the ponies chose to live under its power of their own free will. It is not my place to take the tree from them. What are those?
They're golden tickets for the Grand Galloping Gala.
You seem too concerned for this to be a mere social event.
It's not. The Unicorn Council has decided to recognize you as official equestrian royalty and plan to coronate you at the gala.
That is good news, is it not?
Yes, of course it is. But Princess Celestia wants to meet with us before the coronation.
Oh, then this is a trap.
Since I have learned the truth about Celestia, I have been dreading this day, even as we've been preparing for it. Do we have to go through with this?
We must, my beloved. She was determined enough to spend 1,000 years preparing to find me and to kill me. Even if we flee to another world, I have no doubt she will pursue us to the ends of time and space if need be.
You are right. We have to do this. We have to confront her.
Do you have regrets, my beloved?
About you? Never think it. Not for a second. I will do what I have to do, but I do it with great sorrow.
I once feared that you would drown if you drank from my cup, but to my eternal joy, you are far stronger than I believed possible, and are indeed worthy to stand by my side.
Drown? I nearly did drown in it, my love. But I heard your voice when I was sinking into those black waters, and only then found the strength to swim. You are my strength, my love. I do not pretend it to be otherwise. And as long as you are for me, nothing can stand against me. Not even Celestia.
Then summon our friends, for Celestia has set a grand stage for her play, and we must all know our roles upon it.
Ma'am, you can't have that weapon in Canterlot. We will have to confiscate it.
Oh, really? What about her weapon?
She doesn't have a weapon.
The book she doesn't. She has a laser cannon mounted on her forehead. So you do your job and confiscate it.
But that's... I'm sorry, ma'am, but the law specifically states no guns are allowed here.
Well, I wouldn't want to be a lawbreaker now, would I? Even if the law is obviously prejudiced against Earth ponies and inherently stupid to begin with. So, you can take my gun. No problem. But, I will have to insist that you take all the bullets first.
Do you see a gun? Nope, neither do I. These aren't the ponies we are looking for. Move along, citizen. We are so fired.
Relax, it's a perm. Besides, I still like parties. I just don't need parties.
Ghidra has done all that you have asked of him, Celestia. He has completed your quest and befriended all of the elements of harmony, demonstrating he has what it takes to be a true equestrian. Even his cruelty is kindness. His generosity has changed my life. I am forever grateful.
And his smile is to die for.
Honesty? Do I even have to say it? Truth is his roots, and though his fruit is sometimes bitter, it heals even the most ancient of wounds. And he's awesome! Oh, I mean, loyal! Oh, well done, my little ponies. That is a very fine endorsement for the Prince of Terror. However, what is it really worth? Am I really to take the word of a coward?
A drama queen? A manic depressive schizophrenic? A murderer and a fool? I think not. His forked tongue has deceived you all, but not just you, the whole of Equestria. In the next room, the fool ponies eagerly await the Prince of Terror to put a crown upon his head and welcome the wolf into the sheep pen, and nothing I say can change their minds on the matter. So you have won, Ghidorah. You have effortlessly outmaneuvered me at every turn, and turned even the elements of harmony against me. However, you murdered my mother and my father, and I cannot live under the same heaven as my father's killer. So, since you Abyssals love having choices, I will give you one, Ghidorah. Either you step through this portal and go back to your prison, or I will.
But without you, the sun will die, and all life on this planet with it. Are you really willing to go so far to have your revenge? Begging your pardon, princess, but the very nature of this here trap proves the true character of you both. If he steps through that portal, it proves that he cares more about the lives of strangers than himself, proving he has to be a creature of great virtue. If you step through that portal, it serves to reason. It proves your character to be just the opposite.
You, of all ponies, would question me. You who so recently killed to avenge your own parents would question my virtue?
Well now, ma'am, other than the fact that our scenarios involve our parents, there is in fact no moral equivocation between our situations. One-Eye done murdered my pa and ma after they'd shown him nothing but kindness. My killing One-Eye then was an act of justice, not revenge. But your ma and pa died in a war that your pa started. My prince killed them to save not only himself, but all his people. You trying to kill him for it is like saying the only moral thing he could have done was lay down and let your pa slit all their throats. What you're doing now would be like if One-Eye had a daughter and she came a-calling to avenge her pa. That ain't justice. That's just plain old murder.
How dare you? What makes you think you can speak to me this way?
Well, princess, last time I checked, I was the element of honesty.
Enough of this. I will hear no more of his forked-tongued lies from your mouth. My father was a good, wise, and just ruler. He would never have done any of those things. I will hear no more of your lies. Ghidorah must make his choice, or I will make it for him. No, Abyssals are the bane of all living things. Their love for violence and hatred has already infected all of you, and soon all of my little ponies as well. No, I will not live in a world governed by violence and hatred.
I said no!
Well, that was unexpected. Anyone for some end of the world tea?
Twilight! You have damned us all by bringing me here. There is no escape from this place. Discord improved this prison over his father's design. There is no way out except through his portal. And both Discord and my sister guard the device.
If we had stayed, I would have destroyed Canterlot with what I'm about to do. And as for your sister, my friends can handle her.
Without you, your friends are nothing. Without your friends, you are nothing. Without the elements of harmony, they cannot defeat my sister. I have ordered her to become Nightmare Moon to protect the portal. Not even your beloved Prince of Terror can stand against her vile sorcery. And without the elements of harmony, you cannot defeat me. Such arrogance you now possess. Yes, I can see his influence in you, that you would now dare threaten me with the very alicorn power which I granted you. But you are just as great a fool as Ghidorah. For what I have given, I can take away.
Dear Princess Celestia, if I am arrogant, I did not learn that trait from my new mentor. If anything, he is more humble than he should be. No, I learned that trait from you.
What are you doing, Twilight? That power!
Twilight? Don't you mean Specimen 23? You had to teach me the magic of friendship and grant me the element because it was not the element I was born with. Was it, Mother? You did not grant me the alicorn power of friendship to empower me. You granted it to me to control my true power.
No, Twilight. You must not use that power. It cannot be controlled.
You needed the elements of harmony to kill Ghidra. But your father's weapon has a fatal flaw, doesn't it, Celestia? It must have a balance of celestial and abyssal magic, or it will not fire. A fact that you did not realize until your sister, your abyssal sister, was banished from Equestria. It is ironic that you used your own power to banish her, and in so doing made the elements nothing more than useless ornaments. But you needed their power still, so you made yourself an abyssal you could control. You used me to defeat your sister when she returned, because you could not use the elements yourself. And now that the elements have bonded to my friends, you have no choice but to go on using me as your weapon. But that was your intent from the beginning, wasn't it? I was to be at once both more expendable and more reliable than your sister. Well, sorry to disappoint you, Celestia, but I am now free of your power, and so you shall now taste mine. For I am no longer your pawn. I am the Abyssal Princess of Wrath, and your hour of reckoning is at hand.
You missed.
Since when has Twilight Sparkle ever failed? Good night, sweet princess.
You are a fool, Specimen 23. You failed the moment you brought me to this place. From the moment my power awakened, my father's sun has drawn upon it. For 1,000 years, my power has grown hidden in the sun's warmth. Now, for the first time in my life, I am free of that burden, and I feel my true power. I am Celestia, the true-born heir of my father's power, and as none could stand before his light, so too shall you fall. Now, burn beneath the heat of 1,000 suns. You were my greatest triumph, Specimen 23, Twilight Sparkle. If you had just attacked and killed the Prince of Terror instead of falling for him, you could have reigned and ruled by my side forever. But 1,000 years of planning were ruined by a single kiss. And so my greatest triumph has become my greatest disappointment. You are a mistake, Specimen 23, and now I shall erase you. Any last words, Twilight Sparkle? Abyssal Princess of Wrath?